I think he just wants money, I just think he wants money.
I mean, dude, it's the fight. It is the fight.
I think it's down to him and Dana or whoever else.
Yeah, Dana loves John Jones.
John Jones is just fooling the people.
Yeah.
And then tonight, he's going to win, and he's going to get on the mic and be like, Aspinall.
In a shocking series of interviews, Tom Aspinall has called out Dana White for consistently protecting John Jones, claiming it gives Jones an advantage to keep avoiding a fight with him. Speaking on the issue, Tom Aspinall blasted John Jones for deceiving the public, claiming that Jones is a master at manipulating narratives and is afraid to fight him because he's not willing to take on a real challenge at this stage of his career.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the thing with John is conning the public, man.
Whoa. And Logan Paul, it's his favorite fighter.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Well,
yeah. Listen.
I mean, he's definitely top three. He's definitely top three.
Absolutely. I'm not disputing that he's an amazing fighter. I think the fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year, and the way he manipulates the media and the public is super smart. I'm not taking anything away from him. But do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely.
Can you understand that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can.
You can empathize with that?
I respect it.
Affirming his belief that John Jones is scared to fight him, Tom Aspinall emphasized that he's been pursuing this matchup for a long time and is still waiting for the UFC to make it official. He made it clear that he's not chasing fighters for just one fight. He's chasing the goal of becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, and if another shot comes his way, he's ready to take it.
I cannot say or deny. No, right now we're actually waiting for news. I'm chasing it up. Like the UFC are saying that it's going to happen. I'm chasing it all the time. I want the fight really bad. You know what? It's not even... I see people online saying, the thing that happened with Conor and Chandler.
Yeah.
People are like, don't be like Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not about the fighting John. It's about the UFC heavyweight title.
Yeah.
I've got a version of the title, but I want to be the undisputed champion. That's all it is. It doesn't matter about John. I'm trying to be the undisputed heavyweight champion. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not chasing one fight. If I can fight John and get the biggest scalp in MMA.
Furthermore, Tom Aspinall went on to highlight how significant the UFC undisputed title is to him, criticizing John Jones for denying him the opportunity to prove his dominance while he eagerly awaits his shot. He also took aim at Jones for constantly demanding more money and blasted Dana White for feeding Jones's ego, allowing him to keep ducking the fight.
And I obviously want it to be me, whereas John's doing some weird stuff about it. Like I say, the problem isn't with John. The problem is the fact that he's sitting on the belt and not doing anything. So I think that, to answer your question, I want to be known as the guy at heavyweight, or at least have a shot. Just give me a shot, give me the opportunity to do it, and I think I can do it.
How much of it do you think is drawing John out, you personally, versus deal size, Dana? Is there something you could say right now, down the pipe, that's gonna get him out of that? Wherever he is.
I don't think much of it. I think he just wants money, I just think he wants money.
I mean, dude, it's the fight. It is the fight.
I think it's down to him and Dana or whoever else.
Yeah. Dana loves John Jones.
He's trying to grease up his ego a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Meanwhile, expressing his frustration, MMA Guru has been trolling John Jones for hilariously spending his vacation in Thailand, pointing out a photo of Jones sitting on a bike while someone else handled the riding. Guru called it a disgrace to the heavyweight division and urged Jones to step up and finally answer the challenge from Tom Aspinall.
What is John Jones doing in Thailand? What is John Jones doing right now? The heavyweight division is a disaster at the moment. We still have no answer on Jones versus Aspinall. And John Jones is in Thailand doing this. John, there are some in Thailand that are disguised as women. There are some loopholes that you could maybe go down the route of. But no, John Jones wants the real deal out in Thailand, dude. No disguises, no loopholes. He's for real out there in Thailand. What is John Jones doing on the back of this motorcycle in Thailand? Where are his handlers?
Guru went on to mock Jon Jones's approach to responding to Tom Aspinall and fans accusing him of ducking the fight. He pointed out that Jones saying he's enjoying the best life on Instagram Live is nothing special, and questioned why Jones even felt the need to say it. Meanwhile, he noted that Tom Aspinall seems to be growing increasingly tired of the entire situation.
Aspinall versus Jones may not happen. Jon Jones is coping about this on Instagram Live. People are saying you're ducking Aspinall in the comments, and he's coming back with, I'm just living my best life. You know that normal thing for a father of 4 to do in the middle of their lifetime? At middle age, approaching 40. That very normal thing that a father of 4 children does. Or 3, sorry. I don't know. But is that a normal thing? Just out here living his best life in Thailand, dude. I've got a lot to go through in today's video because I'm getting sick of this whole situation. Tom Aspinall's saying he needs to move on.
Expressing his annoyance, Guru blasted Dana White for misrepresenting the announcement of Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones, even failing to name the fight properly. He then mocked Dana White's actions in the current situation and took a jab at Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen for questioning Ellison about who Jon Jones should fight next.
You know, Dana White is even saying things like, you know, Jones Aspinall, I know you guys are asking about it. And he even said here, we'll get that heavyweight fight done. He won't even say the name of the fight. Jon Jones and that heavyweight matchup will get him done. He couldn't even bring himself to say him versus Tom Aspinall. It's insane. People are complaining. Makhachev's vacating his lightweight title, but Jones has still got the undisputed heavyweight one around his waist. Good Lord, they're asking questions on television. Who should Jon Jones fight next? Are some of the questions that I'm seeing. Who will Jon Jones fight next? As if it's still somehow a question.
At the same time, Tom Aspinall, in a conversation with MMA Guru, stated that he's been in meetings with Jon Jones multiple times, but still hasn't reached a final deal, noting how strange the situation has become. He affirmed that there's some kind of blacklisting or fraud going on that isn't yet evident to the public, adding that the UFC's handling of the situation reflects a failure to transition from failure to success.
We have coincidentally missed each other a lot of times. Point where, how many times can this be a coincidence? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. The honest answer is I don't know if it is a coincidence or not. But we have had stuff to do in the same building for like 4 or 5 days in a row, and I've not run into him yet, which is a bit weird.
Seems like something's afoot with the UFC, Tom. That's what it sounds like to me, mate.
A lot of blacklisting.
Yeah.
Blacklisting.
A lot of banning and exposed and fraud and this and anything else I can get in a title, mate. It's all going down over there in New York City.
It seems to be.
MMA Guru sarcastically pointed out that avoiding a fight with Tom Aspinall has pushed Jon Jones into a serious alter ego situation. Tom Aspinall responded by asserting that Jon is fooling people, skillfully creating drama and confusing the whole situation. He expressed his concern that at any moment Jones could announce his retirement, causing all plans for their fight to vanish in an instant.
Well, I'm hoping this is what I'm hoping. Jon Jones is just fooling the people.
Yeah.
And then tonight he's going to win, and he's going to get on the mic and be like, Aspinall, I'm coming for you, or something like that.
Yeah.
And the crowd just goes mad, and then you just get built up the biggest UFC fight ever.
And then you wake up in hot sweats.
Yeah, and find out Jon's retired.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not even bothered. I'm not even bothered about fighting Jon. I think everyone gets it very confused, especially Jon. I just want the heavyweight title, that's all. I deserve it.
He seems to think you've been extremely disrespectful. Does he think that I'm your alter ego with more of a beard and more of some hair? And
while Jon Jones remains careless about making any decisions or responding to Tom, Aspinall himself is growing bored with the whole situation. He asserted that he's been waiting for over 4 months without any response, but he still wants to see what the UFC will finally bring to him.
I'm well bored of it. I've had enough. We either need to fight or I need to move on and do something else. And like I said, I'm going to find out. Literally, today is the day that I've been waiting for 3-4 months for. and I'm going to find out today what's going on.
Blasting Dana White and his management, Tom Aspinall asserted that he sensed something fishy in the meetings to finalize the deal. He explained that throughout his UFC career, he's never had to ask for a plan or breakdown. He was simply told the location and date, and he showed up, but this time, everything is going differently, leaving him confused and making the entire situation feel bizarre.
Well, this is what I don't understand, to be honest, because they actually said to me that we're going to discuss the plan tonight and they're going to give me the full breakdown. And for me personally, I've now had 10 UFC fights. And I've had however many other fights in my career as well outside the UFC. I've never been given a plan before. It's just like, this is the date, let me know the location, when, and I'll show up. So this is really rare for me. I don't know what to expect. I'm really interested actually to see like what is the plan?
Meanwhile, Daniel Cormier, speaking on the matter, argued that Jon Jones is not ducking Tom Aspinall and urged fans not to be so quick to judge. According to him, Jon Jones going live on Instagram and saying he's living his best life doesn't equate to him ducking anyone. Cormier also reaffirmed his belief in Jon Jones' dominance, despite acknowledging that Tom Aspinall could prove to be a tough opponent.
You're the heavyweight champ today, and there's another heavyweight champ that wants to fight. Do that. And for everybody going, he's ducking. I didn't think that his video saying, I'm living my best life equates to him not ducking. But I will tell you this, don't be so quick to judge and think that Tom Aspinall is just gonna beat Jon Jones. Don't think that, oh, DC wants to see Tom Aspinall fight Jones because Jones is gonna lose. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Tom Aspinall is just gonna beat Jon Jones. I fought Jon Jones. I know how good that man is. I know how tough that man is. I know how hard it is to beat that man, or at least attempt to beat that man. He's going through the best this sport has ever had to offer. I just don't know that he's going through anyone like Aspinall.
At the same time, Tom Aspinall remains firm in his belief that Jon Jones is continuously ducking him. He asserted that there are many easier paths for Jones, with more money and less risk, rather than facing him. Aspinall argued that at the very least, Jon Jones should clarify his intentions and make a final decision for the sake of the heavyweight division.
Do you think Jon is ducking you?
Yes.
Was that Tom?
I think I said, yeah, he is. He definitely is. I think that there's just an easier path for him, and I understand it. I do understand it completely. I understand that there's bigger fights out there for him with way less risk and way more money. I understand it, but in all honesty, do I think he's ducking me? Absolutely.
I do have to ask you about these reports of you being an are they true?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody is sometimes.
The craziest thing was when Tom won the last fight in Manchester, I go, Tom, what do you want to say to the champ, Jon Jones? And Tom goes, Jon, you're a really nice fella.
On the other hand, while Daniel Cormier has been firm in his acknowledgement that Jon Jones is not actually avoiding a fight with Tom Aspinall, he reflected on his own experiences fighting Jones and recognized Jones's supremacy. He asserted that one thing he observes in all of this is Jon Jones's hesitancy, likely due to aging, while Tom Aspinall is bigger, stronger, younger, and has a fresh mindset.
Because Aspinall's so big and young. When I was fighting Jones, I was 36 and 38 years old. He was 28 the first time, he was 30 the second time. Roles are reversed now. Aspinall's the young guy, he's the older guy, and that might be his only hesitancy. If I had to guess, I don't think for a second Jon Jones is afraid of Tom Aspinall. The one thing Jon Jones has avoided that none of the other of us have is that visual of him getting finished. Khabib, Jon Jones, even the great Islam Makhachev got knocked out before. There's a visual of him getting knocked out. Jones has been able to avoid that for a very, very long time.
Daniel went on to assert that Jon Jones is not at all scared of fighting Tom Aspinall. However, he admitted that there might be some concern for Jones when looking at Aspinall's resume, as the young fighter has knocked out multiple opponents in his UFC career. Despite this, Daniel stressed that in mixed martial arts, there's nothing like fear truly existing.
Over the course of 3 generations of fighters, but there just might be a guy right now that seems to worry him a little bit more than most. But is he scared? Absolutely not. Absolutely not scared. Is he worried about Tom Aspinall? Absolutely. I do believe that he recognizes that at his age, with the life that he's lived, all the hard fights, there could be potential for this guy to truly be a problem. Maybe that's the hesitancy. But fear? No, nobody fears. So when I start seeing people saying Islam ran from Ilya, that's not true, because nobody's afraid in this thing. Once you commit yourself to being a mixed martial artist, once you decide you want to be a world champion and you work towards that.
On the other hand, Ariel Helwani has gone off on Jon Jones for prioritizing his own leisure while holding up the division. He argued that keeping Tom Aspinall from pursuing his dream of becoming the undisputed champion is unfair and called on Jones to give him the opportunity. Expressing frustration with Jones's behavior, Ariel acknowledged that enjoying life is fine, but staying silent about the belt and ignoring the expected timelines within combat sports is, in his view, selfish and disrespectful to the sport.
It's not about you, John. It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story. Your story is great and you're living your best life, great. Get rid of that belt. If you want to do that, great. No one will begrudge you. Everyone thinks you've done enough. You've earned enough. You've proven enough.
Ariel further argued that Jon Jones is being disrespectful to the entire heavyweight division by adopting a completely dismissive attitude this time around. He reminded Jones of his own past struggles and how those challenges paved the way for him to become the undisputed champion, yet now he's the one holding back someone else's dream. Ariel emphasized that this is about the belt, and Tom Aspinall has made it clear multiple times that he's ready.
Now allow someone else to have that same story. Allow someone else to write that same story. You are holding him back. You are holding back not only Tom Aspinall, but the rest of the division. So yes, you're missing the point. This isn't about you. It's about the belt. How many more times does Tom have to say he would love to fight him? He would love to be he would love to have the opportunity to be that guy. He would love it. Who wouldn't? But he just wants that belt. He wants whatever that belt signifies, whatever it symbolizes, and what it brings. It brings all the things that Jon Jones is enjoying right now, because if Jon Jones wasn't the most decorated champion, wasn't the greatest light heavyweight champion, wasn't the 2-division champion, he wouldn't be doing things like this. He wouldn't get opportunities like this.
Strongly urging the UFC to take action, Ariel asserted that Jon Jones is clearly ducking Tom Aspinall. He emphasized that Aspinall's career should not be taken lightly and went on to suggest that there may be behind-the-scenes arrangements within the UFC, with everything unfolding as part of an undisclosed drama. Ariel noted that fans are being strung along without any real clarity, and the lack of confirmation only adds to the frustration and confusion surrounding the situation.
It is ducking at this point. You are ducking. You're ducking the opportunity. You're taking that opportunity away from someone else. You are robbing someone else of the same opportunity and the same dream that you have already realized and lived. That is selfish. That's not how the game works. And so it's on the UFC to make the call. Make the call. And you know what? They may have already made the call. And it may be happening at MSG, and we're all being, we're all being taken for a ride here. But honestly, if that is the case, come out and say it. And please tell Tom Aspinall, for the love of God, because by the time that fight happens, if it does happen on that day, it's going to be a year. We're approaching a year since his last fight, and that fight lasted 60 seconds.
Meanwhile, Jon Jones appears to be mocking the entire situation, clearly showing that he doesn't care about the growing narrative surrounding him. Unbothered by the fact that his legacy is being questioned and criticized, Jones continues to enjoy his vacation, casually posting videos regardless of what fans and critics are saying.
Yeah. I'm over here sipping on coconut, talking about when you gonna fight.
And that's a wrap on today's heavyweight chaos. From Tom Aspinall blasting Dana White and Jon Jones for dodging a unification bout, to experts like Ariel Helwani, an MMA guru, calling out the bizarre silence, this story is heating up fast. Aspinall isn't holding back, accusing the UFC of shady moves behind the scenes, while Jon Jones continues to enjoy his vacation and post carefree videos, ignoring the noise. With voices growing louder, the question now is, how long can the UFC ignore the calls for this fight? Is this all a delay tactic, or is Jon Jones really avoiding the biggest challenge of his career? Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Jon ducking or just playing the long game? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you never miss another deep dive into the world of MMA drama.